That's what you do when you have both hands full, but you want to still get your camera going. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like there's this, sort of like a collar, sort of a leash around your neck, and every time you pay taxes, it gets tighter? It gets tighter and tighter. Yeah, that's because the monetary system is self-destructive. It is debt-based. It is borrowed into existence with the promise of getting paid back by tax slaves. I didn't say taxpayers because if we were taxpayers, we wouldn't be enslaved the way we are. Yeah, it's been promised to be paid back by tax slaves. We are enslaved to a debt-based monetary system. So we would think that a country with so many resources, the people of the country would deserve some dividends. I mean, after all, we're supposedly the people of the country, aren't we? Well, once you understand the monetary system and the that not only us as a people are enslaved to, but the so-called governments of the world are enslaved to the same system. What system is that? Well, if you thought that this so-called Royal Bank of Canada, if you thought that that was a Canadian bank, guess again. Guess again. In Mexico, the Banco de Mexico, you think that's debt-based? Sorry, I mean, you think that that is a Mexican bank? It's owned by the same cartel that owns the Royal Bank of Canada. Also owns Banco de Mexico. It also owns the Federal Reserve in the US. It also owns, yeah, you guessed it, pretty much any country you can think of. So what's this debt enslavement then? Why all the taxes, and what's this all about? You see, the debt-based system is created in such a way that it must always have more debt than what there is money to pay for. It's very simple. Very simple. It is self-destructive. We've been on this path now since 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created. The system is closing in fast. It is beginning to implode on itself. This is going to leave very many people devastated, who have paid taxes all their life, who have labored and done everything they possibly could to barely get by all their life. And now, the very system that they have been enslaved to is beginning to implode. Every time there is a company, a major corporation, that somehow closes down a plant to move it to some other place or whatever, or simply just play the game of the pump and dump scheme of losses in the name of losses. They get bailed out by the major banks. Listen, the major banks own them. It's kind of like taking the money out of your one pocket and putting it in the other. That's really all it is. That's all those bailouts are. Why would people that that are paying the taxes and all that, why would they ever actually believe that when the bank takes money out of one pocket and puts it in the other, that they would get a slice of that? Of course not. Of course not. Never. Okay? Well, the power companies, the resources of the world that we need to live, the electricity, gas, all of those, they're all tied in. They're all tied in, and also all basically owned by the same banking cartel. Only there's different sectors, could we say subdivisions, that run them in different areas. That's really about all there is to it. It's all part of that debt-based system as well. What's their end game? That may be a little shocking to you when I tell you. But here it is. Ready or not, here it comes. Their end game is to kill off most of humanity from 7 to 8 billion that we are, down to about 100 million. And then turn those people into experiments of transhumanism and stuff. What does that mean? That means half robot and half machine. Half robot and half person. Listen. By keeping on using this debt-based monetary system, you are considered a silent, how should I say, that you are in agreement. You are under a silent consent, as it were, because you keep using the monetary system and you keep in this debt-based system. They take that as a silent consent that you are giving your okay for them to kill you so that they can create robots and half robot and half human and kind of thing. Now, let me ask you a question. How long are you going to sit silent on your ass and not speak up and do something about it? You see, it is waking up and speaking up that will finally disempower the power structure that is on the run for this bizarre insanity, and by taking steps of action, you can encounter that. Now, I know many people I talk to, well, they say, well, yeah, but what can we do? What can I do? Listen, you can change yourself because you are part of the problem. You and I are part of the problem. Let's become part of the solution, and that is by educating ourselves and reconnecting with nature, which we've been disconnected from due to our own ignorance. Okay? So, to learn more about this, and I also want to tell you, regarding electricity, gas, all of this stuff that we're burning, oil, all that, none of that is necessary. We don't need to participate in any of that. Maybe for a little bit yet, until we get rolling with what we're beginning to do. But We're creating units that run completely for free and generate energy that will be installed in houses everywhere. You know those smart meters that are on the houses now, which are put there so that they can blow up any house they want at any time? Not only that, those meters are putting out microwave pulses which are harmful to life around it, like killing bees and those kind of things that we need. The question I have to you, are you going to wake up out of this a coma that you've been into through the school system and the fake media, all the propaganda, the TV, all of that stuff, and speak up, do something about that? You can help far more than you might think you can. To learn more, visit the links in the description below, myfree.energy. Visit that link, and maybe there's more, but if there isn't more on that page, you will also find links that lead you to a lot of information that might just help you wake up to what kind of a world you're really living in, and also what you can do to change this world. Yes, you can change the world. Not by yourself, trust me. You're not nearly by yourself anymore. There's many of us all over the world. Why not become part of that, of the solution? Get away from the problem and become part of the solution, okay? Thank you very much for watching this video.